3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Hello and welcome to the next Thunderbird 2 video, and I promise that this video is going to be far more substantial than last week's very short video. And in fact, in this video we are getting some really iconic parts. I didn't expect these parts to come through, but we are on the penultimate pack here at in the UK. We're on pack 11 and then there's only pack 12 to go, so we are very rapidly coming to the end of this build. So, to start off this video, let's go back to what we were looking at last week, namely this piece here. You remember that we attached this little pivot part and this little handle. Well, these pieces here are what we need to complete the Thunderbird 4 ramp. And the first thing we need to do is get this really nicely detailed here, really nicely painted silver part, which makes up the main body of the ramp, and it is absolutely stunning. Now you'll see that there are two holes here. What you need to do is get the part that we did last week, and we see that there's two holes here as well. We just need to line up those parts there like that, and then we get another pin, and this pin once again has a textured end and a smooth end, so we just pop the smooth end in first all the way through, make sure it comes out the other end like that. Sorry, slightly off camera. And we see we've got that little part there which we just push in to secure it like that, and there we have this part that hinges there like that. Doesn't hinge too far, but that's okay because it doesn't want to go all the way up. It needs to go as far as this flip out part here. So if I flip this part out like that, you see that those two parts need to connect right there, and once again we use a pin for this. Now this is going to be fiddly to do actually, so I might just have to do this off camera, but you know how it attaches. It just attaches in there with a pin. Smooth end first, then push in the textured side. I'm just going to do this off camera, be right back. And here we have it all done. Now what I found easiest to do is take out this pin and do this pin first, so you can really get in there, and then reattach that pin. That's how I did it. And yeah, that is the ramp all done. Now, it is not as smooth as I would like this. You really have to pull quite hard on that part to get it to come out, and sometimes it just doesn't. You see, when it comes out slightly, you give it a little help up and then take it down, it just flops down, but you really have to pull to get it going, and then that movement is not smooth. Maybe in time that will change, but you see, if we gently put it down so it doesn't close all the way and then pull it up, it raises. But yeah, just let me know if down below if yours does that. Am I doing something wrong with mine? Really have to pull it to get the ramp going. But yeah, the ramp is not complete yet. We just need to attach this part here, which is kind of the gangway for Thunderbird 4. Now if you look on it, it looks symmetrical, but it's not. It's got these two tabs there, very slight tabs. There you go, you can see them better at this angle. Slight tabs there, and they're not present on the other side. These tabs need to slot into the ramp here where the machinery is, and actually if I just take that out, you'll see that these tabs will catch onto this sticky out part here just at the bottom, so that when I put them in and it's up, it slides, but it gets caught there, which is really very simple but very nice detail. So it gets caught, and that is the ramp all installed. We just need to finish off the detailing of this ramp now, namely with this mechanical work here. So what we need to do is we need to get this kind of control panel part, and you see it's got two holes there. The two holes need to be facing the rest of the ramp. So if I just get my glue here, just glue these little tabs there, make sure the holes are facing forward, and then just attach that part into there like that. You see it creates kind of a little control mechanism, which is pretty nice. And then we need to get these two pipes here. So we've got a little tab there, no tab there, and exactly the same for the other one. I'm just going to put a bit of glue on that little tiny bit of tab. Just there, not much at all. Push that into the hole and push the tab part into the hole there on the control panel. Just there, like that. I'm going to do the exact same on the other side. Little tiny tab there. Excuse the dirty fingers. I was actually working on the ramp. Painting the ramp. Painting the ramp, you say? Oh yes. And that will all make sense in the weeks to come. But for now, the ramp is completed with these two control pipes in place. Make sure that they are pushed down fully. There we go. And that is gorgeous. I really like the colours. I really like how it's kind of got this bluish grey here and on the top, and then this silver, and then this gunmetal grey for the ramp there, like that. And of course the final thing to do is to put it into pod 4, which of course will make pod 4 all complete. Now see, they've got two holes in the pod quite clearly. Those two holes go in there like that. And I'm not going to glue it in just for now, because I want to make sure that my ramp is not defective, that I haven't done something wrong by not being able to pull this out. So if you could let me know, and then when I know that it's kind of everyone's got the same, I'll glue it in. But yeah, that is the ramp all in the pod there, looking great. And then if I do raise it up and descend this part there, oh look at that, how iconic is that part there. Let me just get Thunderbird 4. Yes, fits absolutely perfectly. If I just descend the ramp there and descend all that, there we go. Thunderbird 4, housing, great. Raise up the ramp, descend the barrier, and then here Thunderbird 4 blasts off, oops, and down we go, out into sea. Now I better stop now, otherwise I'll just be playing. But yeah, very, very happy with how that looks and how that came out. Looks absolutely stunning. Just housed in there like that. And quite an iconic piece to get finished, I think you'll agree. That pod. Now let's just complete this pod by attaching the walls that were all finished off. There's one wall there. And actually, let's just have a look with that back wall in. That looks the piece. Look at that. Put that up. Look at that. Oh, how fantastic does that look? My word. Stunning. Absolutely stunning, that. Oh. Yeah, looks great. So yeah, that wall is in. Let's close up that door there. Let's put in this wall. And then put in the roof or the lid, and then we've got Thunderbird 4 in there. If we just descend him, which is hard to do actually, so let's just open this door again so I get access into the back, pull up the thing, descend the thing, right, there we go. Oh, just so many iconic looks. For this build, you know, you think that it's been quite quiet building a pod that we've already done, and then just something like this happens, which looks phenomenal, and it makes it all worthwhile. Looks great. Right, I'm totally fanboying over this, so I'm just going to put pod 4 aside for now. Put it away, and let's move on to the pod vehicle that we're looking at in this video. And the pod vehicle is all these little tiny parts here, because the pod vehicle this week is the Jet Air Transporter. I do like the way that puppet looks when it's bouncing up and down. It makes me giggle every time, and even as a kid that made me giggle. Anyway, yes, these tiny parts are what make up the jet air transporter. And to start off with then, we need this part here, which is kind of the main control panel. And you can see it's got a little slot there. That little slot is the housing for these two levers here. Very, very small. So tiny amount of glue will do this. Hardly any at all. And then we just push the controls into there like that, and make sure that the controls are facing upwards like that. You can see that there. Looking very nice indeed. Put the lid on the glue, of course, in case it dries out. Actually, just forget that, because we're going to need the glue more in this build. Right, okay, the next part we need here is kind of the main body, I guess, of the jet air transporter. It's got a little tiny hole at the bottom, and this control panel just fits into that hole there, like that. And we can glue this at the bottom there, rather than get it all messed up on top. There we go. Put that on there like that, and we put that to one side just for the moment. And we get this part here, which again has teeny tiny writing. Oh no, that's legible. International Rescue. Look at the size of that. It's so small. Whoever did the paintwork on this model deserves some kind of paintwork award. I don't know what award you'd get for that, but it's absolutely phenomenal. We're focusing on the bottom part here, and we need to get this part here. It's got a little tab and a little kind of screw hole. The tab goes into that connecting port there, and the screw hole bit, well, it's not a screw hole because we're not screwing it, but the circular tab goes on there like that, and that goes there like that, and that goes there like that. And we'll just flip it around, push it in place. Is that right? Doesn't look straight, does it? Oh no, is mine going to have a wonk on? Oh no, I think mine's going to have a wonk on. Mine's turning right. Right, let me just go sort this off camera. Be right back. Woohoo! I saved it. Yeah, it's really important that that tab does go in directly and doesn't go to the left or to the right, so that you get the wheel straight on. I mean, if you want it turning, feel free. But yeah, that is how it looks like in the instructions. So now it's all straight, which is pretty cool. Now you see we've got these two square holes here. These will hold the actual jet air parts, the parts that the air comes out. So once again, just a tiny amount of glue just on there. Pop one in. In fact, I'm going to glue the inside. In fact, I'm going to do the same for this one. It's just, you can get more glue in if you just glue it directly. So we've got that. Oh, blimey. Got that going in there. Should be anyway. Here we go. There's one. And that one in there like that. There's two. There we go. Looking very nice. Yep, looks great. And then of course we attach the two parts together with this little tab there into there. So just get some glue on the outside and in the middle. Just some glue there for good luck, and then pop it in. It's a nice way. That attaches really nicely, actually. That's great. Oh, actually, the controls have gone a bit wonky. There we go. Controls are now back in place. And the final thing we need to do is attach this very small Virtual Tracy just in there like that. You don't need to glue him in. I mean, you can if you want to, but he is fairly secure in there. He's a bit wonky. I wouldn't recommend gluing him in, actually, because he's so small. It's quite nice that he can be there. Let's try and make him not on a wonk. push him in. There we go. Oh no. Oh yeah, there we go. He's not on a wonk. There we go. Powering the jet air transporter. Looking very cool indeed. I do like these small pod vehicles that we get. Really unusual ones that you didn't think that we're ever going to get, but we are. And that does look really, really good. And it goes together very nicely with the pod vehicles that we've already done. You can see it. It's the one on the far right, the really small one. So that's it for now. After the break, we will actually be looking at the main body of Thunderbird 2. So join me after the break. I'll be right back. So as you all know by now, I am affiliated with the Jerry Anderson official website. They send me links to various different items on their store, and if you click the links and buy that item, then you help out the YouTube channel financially. It's a great little scheme, but I do understand that some of the items that I do advertise are quite on the pricey side. I do understand that money needs to be spent elsewhere, like buying really expensive launch pads for certain Thunderbird vehicles. So the Jerry Anderson official store now has a clearance page. The items on there change every week and they are items at a discounted price. This week they have these wonderful glass etched pieces of art of all 5 Thunderbird vehicles plus their pilots, and they are gorgeous and they are discounted. So I recommend following the link down below, having a look at what's on that clearance page and maybe picking something up today. If you do, then you help out the channel, which is great. So thank you very much for your support, and thank you very much to the Jerry Anderson official store for helping out this channel as well. Hello and welcome back. So like I said earlier, the parts that we get for the main body of Thunderbird 2 are quite iconic, mainly because it is this piece here and also those parts. But look at this, the main thrusters with this gorgeous paintwork. You've got this gorgeous, really, really well painted yellow line there that shines differently to the red. And then this deep black as well. Absolutely stunning. It was really nice when these came out of the bag. To see them, because they are quite iconic. They're an iconic part of the look of Thunderbird 2. So very simply, how to put these together is you get the silver thruster part there like that, which is nicely painted black in the middle, and then we get this clear part here. One side is textured and one side is smooth. So this is the textured side, this is the smooth side. You want to push the smooth side onto the thruster bit like that, and then we push it in to the yellow part of the red part, the part with the yellow line, and we just push it in there like that, and we line up these tubes to these screw holes, and then we just screw it down with these screws here. And there we have that part all done there, looking really, really nice. I do love this paintwork. It is absolutely gorgeous. And that is it. That is the end of this video, and that is one of the main boosters pretty much done. I mean, you know, it's got that iconic look, and yeah, very, very happy about this part. As you can tell, I can't really talk. I think because we haven't worked on the main body of Thunderbird 2 for so long, so to actually get quite an iconic part and to start working again on the main ship is actually very exciting, because like I said, it's coming to the end now, but there's still loads more to do. So I hope you will join me next week for more Thunderbird 2 build. Until then guys, take care, FAB, bye bye. I just want to thank my patrons. Without you guys, this video would not have been possible and this channel would be dead, so thank you very much.